Welcome back. Fox's one-of-a-kind survivalist competition, Extracted, has contestants dropped into the middle of the Canadian wilderness with basically no supplies. Their family members are at a secluded headquarters just miles away, watching them navigate their dangerous surroundings alone via a 24/7 live feed. One of those survivalists is Meagan Delatte Murphy from Mandeville, and her dad, Gerrad, are here. They are here to give us an update because last night was a bit tricky. I mean, it was a big moment. The families kind of ranked y'all from strongest to weakest. So talk about that decision making and then what the result of it was.
So for me, my shelter, as you saw last night, was the worst. And then Dad can kind of explain why they ranked me last.
Okay, yeah, so why was it?
I mean, basically the shelter was the worst, so they just ranked her last. And it's not, and why not? She was, appeared to be the worst one out there at this point.
But it helped us.
Oh, absolutely. Helped us get in the supply room first to choose the weapon of our choice.
That's right. All right, let's take a listen to the family choosing the weapon.
Yes.
Meagan's family, since your survivalist was ranked the weakest, you may enter the supply room first to choose a weapon.
I consider Meagan the underdog, and in a lot of situations, the underdog turns out to be a very good position.
All right.
Each family will choose one weapon to send to their survivalist. There are 4 spears, best for close-range ambushes, 3 bow and arrows for long-range precision, and 8 slingshots, lightweight and ideal for small game.
I think we should definitely give her a chance of doing the bow and arrow. Meagan has never shot a bow and arrow.
But I think she'll pick it up pretty quick, so let's do the bow and arrow, if you agree.
I agree.
I was surprised by this because if you've never shot a bow and arrow, I mean, that's got to be a tough thing to do. I would have thought like the slingshot so she could maybe get a squirrel or something.
No.
Okay, but you had that much confidence in your daughter.
It was the coolest thing to get her, right? So I'm like, I'm picking the bow and arrow. I did not want to do the spear because it was so sharp. I'm like, I don't want her to cut herself.
And it's massive.
And the slingshot, I mean, that's for kids, right? So let's go with the bow and arrow, go with the Katniss look with Hunger Games. Let's do that. Let's do that deal.
So you get the bow and arrow, and what is your thought? Like, Dad, why?
Oh my goodness, so the bow and arrow came from, as you know, as Hunger Games with the drone, right? They drop it in the water, and I received it, and I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, what do I do with this? How do I put this together? What is this? And so I'm taking it apart piece by piece, and I have no clue what to do.
Since you know that they're watching, are you ever like, guys, why? I have no idea what to do.
Yes.
You ever like kind of talk to them because you know they're listening?
Yes, and I'm like, at this point in the game, I actually thought I was the strongest because I got the bow and arrow, because I did think the bow and arrow was pretty cool.
You didn't know why that got chosen?
No, I thought I was the strongest, yet alone I was actually last weakest.
Interesting. So they ranked you weakest. That ended up helping you. At the end of the day, I want to know what it's like in that control room, because it is a competition. And yet they keep doing these things that make you rank each other or leave the bread behind to help each other. And it's like, well, it's a competition. You are trying to eliminate people. So what's kind of the mind games going on in the control room?
Well, they try to create a very stressful situations to see how the family members will react. So you'll see some family members crack, others just play the game. My game was poker face. I'm not going to have any expression if she does well or worse. I'm going to have the same face because I didn't want to give other family members any type of advantage that we thought we would have in the game. I knew what she had, going in, because I know Meagan. I know she has determination, grit. She would do this.
You knew she was going to stubbornly push through.
Absolutely. So we were fine. Her being last, first, it didn't really matter to us.
It also helped
a good
us.
way to go into it.
We have the letter from last night's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it helped us at the end of the day because I received this upon a supply drop. And I mean, next time.
Okay, so for anybody who didn't see, explain the letter.
Yes, Dad.
So let me explain this. This was a letter where we were able to write something. So I wanted to give her instructions to improve her campsite. She was eating deer meat for 4 days. I'm like, this deer meat is going bad. quit eating that. There's a light on your watch. Use that, because this girl was in the wilderness for 9 days without a light. So I found out her watch did have a little light. So some of these things I needed to get her. So this letter was so crucial to get her. And I pleaded with the group, I need to get this letter out there to her. So this is what really helped her progress further into the game.
It was game changer.